when a provider does come back from a time off, is there a sense of overwhelm, of, having to pick things back up? Maybe things with their patients have changed since they have been gone. I mean, I guess it depends on the length of the vacation, but, are there any tips on, returning to practice after taking a vacation without feeling overwhelmed?
Always. It's such an interesting question and so relevant, because last night I was in this situation where, really on this last little several day trip, I thought it would be very easy to find 15 minutes a day to check patient emails. I do have my cell phone, which the clinic number rings to, and people can send text messages to that number. Ultimately, I didn't check the work email. And even last night, after a several-hour drive to get home, just kind of didn't have the energy. In my mind, I was saying, well, spending 45 minutes now might save me extra time tomorrow morning, but, we're human. We can't always find the energy to do those things. And I was a little disappointed in myself when I saw that an email came in for a medication refill, of which asterisk, there are very few medicines that are actually an emergency to get a refill in right away in psychiatry. But that being said, I was feeling like I should have been a little more clear that patients could send a text to the clinic number. And this was actually a patient that has used that text often. So it was like, I felt bad that it was in an email and there might be a day without medicine. Again, not any sort of terrible crisis or situation. But in my mind, I thought, next time I'm away, even for just like a 3-day weekend, let me put on a little responder saying, hey, feel free to shoot a text here. I may not have access to email. And then,
right.
Yeah. A 3 or 4 day weekend is much different from a week off. So I do have a full week off coming up in about another month. And on that vacation, I definitely will be doing 15 to 30 minutes of work a day, because, a holiday weekend or other, weekends when there's no work or school for a child psychiatrist, and holidays tend to not be too busy times, but a week off that is during the week, not spending a little time each day would mean a lot of extra work when you get back, and a little concern of missing something more important. So if you are going away for a full week, for me personally, I'd rather spend that little bit of time each day to check email just for urgent items and make sure my patients know they can text the clinic number with emergencies. So that's what I'll be doing. For other people don't want to deal with that, that's when getting your coverage in place, if you are having an extended vacation, is important. People in tech or lots of other industries, if you're on vacation for a week, they don't usually take your work and give it to someone else. It's going to be sitting there and waiting for you when you get back. And for for people that's traumatic to, doing a little work on vacation to manage that, it can be the right move. I think when you're taking clinical care of people, there's this little extra standard to be aware of, but the idea that your work is going to be there when you get back to it, and so everyone has to figure out what they're going to do when they go on vacation.